There's no better way to spread the holiday cheer than upgrading your style for all to hear. Thanks to our friends at Vincero for sponsoring this CU podcast segment. If you aren't familiar with Vincero yet, they make exceptionally crafted and stylish watches at affordable prices. Other premium handcrafted watches don't fit the everyday person's budget. You can finally own a high quality and lasting timepiece without going broke. So if you're looking for the perfect holiday gift to help elevate your style or someone you love, save 20% off and free shipping site-wide with our exclusive link, vincerocollective.com/CU podcast.
Vincero Collective is a premium lifestyle brand out of San Diego that also makes high quality and affordable sunglasses, jewelry, and more. Vincero's goal is to help the everyday person accessorize their outfits with premium products at a price that makes sense.
Ian, you're wearing the Icon automatic watch.
Yeah, I really like the automatic watch. It'll always be ticking, and I like that I can see everything that's going on the back, too.
I have the Rogue, a little sporty, but you can also wear it out. I like the gunmetal on it, and it has a nice, comfortable band, which is probably going to be very durable over the long run.
For all the bosses out there, their watches are a must. They can elevate your look with a twist of the wrist. Made with surgical-grade stainless steel, durable silicone, and Italian marble straps, these sleek modern watches come with reliable automatic and Japanese quartz movements. And their sunglasses come polarized with handcrafted frames and so many styles to choose from. Pat's wearing the Via sunglasses over there, looking fancy.
We got the sunglasses looking good here. I think it's Villa, but all right.
They're also changing the luggage game. Vincero just launched their commuter bag. This is the ultimate travel bag, specifically designed for someone who likes to look good while traveling. This product is made of 100% recycled nylon material, so it is lightweight and you can support a sustainable cause. Are you worried someone won't like the gift? Whether you need to return it or swap, there's no problem. Vincero's 5-year guarantee and 365-day free return policy has you covered. So whether it's a gift for yourself or someone in your life, add Vincero to the top of your wish list.
Don't wait or it'll be too late. Get 20% off and free shipping site-wide with our exclusive link, vincerocollective.com/CU podcast. Support our show and check them out at VINCERO collective.com/CU podcast. Look good, feel good, and save big this holiday season with Vincero. We got voicemails, Ian. Go to anchor.fm. So you gave me that look.
That's your...
You gave me that come hither look. Anchor.fm/CU podcast. You go, leave us a message. 20 seconds is my sweet spot. You know I like it. And we will hopefully play it if we find it entertaining enough. And here's the first one.
Hey, Pat and Ian, this is James, a Submariner living in New Hampshire.
Submariner? What?
I have a question for both of you guys. So, is there any game that you guys wish that you had played earlier? Like a game that when you started playing it, all the hype for it died down, or the online presence is no longer there? I'd like to know what you think. Thank you guys.
So is he asking, like, by the time we get to a game?
I guess so, yeah. Or wish you played earlier.
Not a ton that I can think of, but it has kind of kept me from getting into games. Final Fantasy 14, for instance, is like everyone talks about how great it is, how wonderful it is. It's the online game, but everyone I know who's played that game has played it for hundreds and hundreds of hours and done everything. So I do feel like games with a large online presence, really big ones, you know, that have like matchmaking and stuff like that, you can always get in there. But I feel like to really enjoy an online game, if you're going to get really into it, you kind of do need to be there from day one for some of them.
Gotcha. I feel bad because I think Ian bought me for this Friday the 13th, the game.
No, I bought you Dark Souls.
Okay, who got me Friday the 13th?
I might have.
I tried playing it 3 times and couldn't connect to a fucking game.
Yeah,
I tried.
Oh yeah, I did. I got it for you on Steam or something like that.
I tried connecting 3 times.
Yep.
It was not early. It was like after it got a little popular, and I literally couldn't. I didn't know what the hell was going on at the time. I couldn't connect. It looks like you can still play peer to peer. The servers are gone, unfortunately.
Okay.
Servers are gone. The servers were gone 3 years into the game only. That's insane to me because that game was super popular for a bit. Now it's Dead by Daylight. That's the one that's taken over, which was around the time as well, but that's taken over. They have licensed IPs. I think they had like Mike Myers.
Oh, Dead by Daylight, yeah.
By the way, real quick, the Michael Myers, I had the misfortune of watching the last half of the Rob Zombie Halloween 2.
It's the worst, dude. It is the worst. I don't like his remake of the first one, but I respect it, and it's fine. It's just not for me, but I like it. 2, Hobo Myers. The legend of Hobo Myers is what like Vonnie jokingly refers to that fucking movie as, because he's just walking. It's awful. That movie is fucking
All
miserable.
I know is
so bad.
Laurie just sees visions of this woman in white and a horse, and I'm like, what is this horse shit?
Dude,
and
is.
And then spoilers,
dude.
Everyone dies at the end.
It's so fucking bad. So bad.
And the editing is like Rob Zombie editing, and it's all flashy. And it's just
like I said.
Sorry,
I don't love the first one, but I respect it. It's
I was
fine.
interested because I'd heard it was bad.
Dude, it's so bad.
And I watched it, and I was just like, wow.
Just be happy you didn't watch it all the way from the beginning,
because it was even worse.
I mean, because it's just more to watch. You got away lucky with only having to watch half.
Wow, really bad. I don't like remaking horror films for stress. I never saw the Friday the 13th remake. I never saw the Nightmare on Elm Street one. I think they did 2 Friday the 13th remakes. I just don't.
No, just one.
I just said one. They did 2. Which one they did 2 of? They did 2 of that one. They only did one.
Yeah. There's only been one Friday the 13th remake.
Gotcha. Could have been as bad. Could not have been.
Hey Pat. Hey Ian. This is Daniel from Durham, Oklahoma. My question is, why aren't there any retro sports game collections? I'm not talking about NBA Jam or NFL Blitz. I'm talking more like Tecmo Basketball, Troy Aikman Football, or Bassmasters Classic. There seems to be a ton of these games laying around in used game stores, yet it doesn't seem like companies care to bring them to digital stores or in collections. Just seems a shame to leave a whole genre of video games in the dust forever.
Well,
thank you.
There's a lot of issues with bringing back. You have the Player Association licenses. You have the licenses for the leagues.
Yeah, right away the licensing is a bigger problem.
Individual player licenses sometimes are gone. Like Jordan was in those very early EA games, and then he got his own likeness, so like you couldn't bring Jordan back to some of those.
I do think it would be. I think it'd be interesting to be able to look at the development just purely from an educational standpoint, to look at the development of especially like the 8 and 16-bit era of sports games.
Oh yeah.
Once you get into the 3D stuff, it's like, okay, it just looks better. I mean, but it's interesting to see that development. Like you said, licensing would be a huge issue. And if you don't have the licensing, suddenly I think the bit of enjoyment that you would get out of going from version to version to check it, you're going to be missing a lot of the joy of not having your favorite players on those teams.
Yeah, the NES Classic had Tecmo Bowl, right? And they had to take out all the players.
Yeah, because they did Tecmo Bowl, not Super Tecmo Bowl. Yeah. So there was no official teams.
But no, they took out the names.
Oh yeah,
the names were gone in Tecmo Bowl.
That's right.
So it's like on the top of the screen, you just see the numbers. You don't see Jackson's anymore. Bo Jackson, you see his number. When they score a touchdown, you don't see the names anymore. It's just not fun to play that.
Yeah.
Will you play Tecmo Bowl because you're married to the players in that game that specific year?
Right. It's fun, but it's also like, there's more to it. Like, if you lose the players, you're going to lose a lot of your affection for the series.
Yes, and that's a big problem with it. You can probably get away with that more with like the NHL games, and then you're missing the team names. And then you're missing the NHL name. Like, it doesn't make sense, unfortunately.
Hey, Pat and Ian, this is Dave from Albany, New York.
Albany.
I think one game that they should remastered would be Rampage for NES.
Oh, Jesus, no.
No.
I mean, you had the N64 ones. That's basically a remaster, right? I mean...
Yes, I feel like any of those sequels to Rampage... all Rampage sequels should make the preceding games.
Sure,
it renders them pointless.
Yes,
you're
the
just taking
so simple.
You're taking a very simple series, a very simple game, and just adding better graphics to it. The NES version of Rampage is one of the worst fucking games I've ever played in my life. I hate it. I hate it so much. I think I had to review it, and I was probably kinder to it
in the book.
I thought I did it.
Oh.
But no, I mean, I fucking hate that game. It's miserable.
Was you like 2 stars?
I probably gave it 3 because it does what it says on the fucking tin. But
I would
what
not
it says
give it
on
3.
the tin,
I'd give it 2.5 at most because of the monotony.
Hopefully that's what I did, because yes, it's boring. It's just boring.
Next.
Hey guys, it's Daryl from Buffalo again.
What up, Daryl?
Guys, just wondering, what was the best deal you guys ever got at a game convention? All right, guys, have a good day.
Daryl probably asking that because Daryl's giving me good deals before. I'll go into one that you gave me at the end. Do you have one on the top of your head?
No, I really don't.
Okay. Magic Mike in Texas, big collector, gave me a great deal on a Myriad 6 in. I don't think I told this story before. Myriad 6-in-1, complete in box, matching serial number with the cart and box.
Ooh.
So we're like, those are few and far between to begin with. So he had one. I had never seen one in person before. To this day, I think I've seen only 2 in person. They only made 1,000 of them at most. And he goes, I have one, and what do you want to offer to me? And I think at the time it was worth at least $1,500, if not $2,000. Complete box. It's hard to price it ever come for sale. So I said, I don't want to lowball you, but I'm going to say like $700.
Sure.
That's not super lowball, but it's like less than half the value of it. And he goes, okay, so why don't you instead of buying it? That's what he said. I want an Earthbound complete in box. Why don't you just buy this Earthbound complete in box over here and we'll call it even? I said trade. I'm like, okay. So I walked over. He picked out the one he wanted. The guy had 2 or 3 of them, Earthbound complete in box, and then we did the trade, and that was a great deal. Daryl gave me a good deal though. He comes up with, I don't know where he got them, like 4 or 5 pounds of manuals.
Oh yeah. You told me about this.
And he goes, hey, this is at Too Many Games last year, and Antoinette's next to me. And I start looking through them. I said to him, I don't have time to look through these, So I said, he goes, why don't you, make me an offer for the whole thing? I said, I don't know what to offer you. I don't know what's in here. He goes to me, $10 for the whole thing. I'm like, $10 for like 300 manuals here or whatever. Like a lot of manuals,
right?
And posters from NES, Super, GameCube, Game Boy Advance. Like Antoinette has them still. I still don't know all the manuals that are there because I just looked. There was like a Sega CD system manual in there. Weird shit. And so that was a good deal, Daryl. There you go. You got your shout out. Thanks so much.
Hey guys, it's Zach in Ottawa calling. I recently got my 3rd pinball machine, a dream pin of mine called Pinball Magic by Capcom. And it got me wondering, if you guys could have 3 pinball machines, which would they be? With the stipulation that they can't be in the top 50 on pinside.com.
Okay, I have to do that.
Excited to hear your answers. Cheers, guys.
I need that because there's like 3 or 4 in my head. I don't know if they make the top 50 though. That's the problem. Top 100. Okay.
This is a great question, but I would need the list and some
Godzilla
time
number
to
1.
look.
Godzilla number 1.
Yeah, it's widely considered the best pinball machine ever.
The new one?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking incredible.
There's some recency bias to some of these. A lot of these top.
No, you have no idea.
Deadpool number 5. Get the
That
fuck
is
out
recent.
Of here.
That is, but Deadpool
That's
is
a
also very,
decent
very
game.
good.
Not top 5. Get the fuck out of here.
But no, Godzilla is.
See, Big Lebowski 13. You're gonna say no. So this is
yes.
recency bias.
It's
Avengers 16. Fuck off. Anyway, let's see. Top 50. Theater
Infinity
Magic
Quest
is
is really
29. Okay, that. Okay, this is easy because I didn't know how many of the new ones would be on the list. Dr. Dude. Funhouse, I thought would be on a top 50 list, and it's not, which is shocking to me. Baywatch, because I love Baywatch, and Dirty Harry. Those are mine.
so.
Funhouse is 48. So Funhouse is okay. Funhouse better be top
Okay,
50.
Fathom is 59, so I'll take Fathom. I don't
Dr.
think
Dude?
Whirlwind is in the top 50, although it should be. Whitewater is. I would have taken that.
Funhouse is 48, even with all this filler new shit up on here.
Okay, I'll take Whirlwind. I'll take Fathom, and I'll take Centaur.
Yeah, literally half these games, the top 50 are games from the past 10 years.
Because a lot of them are very, very good.
Yeah, this is recency bias. Stranger Things is 21.
Stranger Things is not
Adam's
a good
Family is
machine.
20. That's usually regarded as one of the best ever.
That's usually in the top 10.
Yeah, there's too many. Guns N' Roses is 17. Cactus Canyon is 18. I like Cactus Canyon. That's not one of my more favorite of the Williams ones.
I've kind of soured on it.
It's good. Medieval Madness is 2. That's where that should be. But it's good. But I think that's not. Yeah, I'd put it in the top 50. But yeah,
It's, my problem with Cactus Canyon is it's a fun layout to shoot, but the rules are just so fucking boring.
Theater Magic is 29.
I love Theater
I do like Theater Magic. That was one I was thinking about buying because that was never one as expensive as the other ones.
Yeah.
And I love it. All right, next one. Where's Dr. Dude? Dr. Dude's not in the top 100?
How's it going, you foolish mortals? It is I, the devil, checking on my favorite holiday. But I know you guys won't get it out before then, so I'm going to use that Treehouse of Horror bullshit to my advantage. I hope you've been enjoying my Minions of the Damned, ruining your con experiences of late. They came up to me and said, "Oh, Mighty One, I want to get back at those who say the value of my life's work is downhill." And I happily obliged. I took their soul in exchange, and I converted their soul into a new cryptocurrency called Solium. It's tied to how much their soul is worth.
Okay, that's enough shtick. I will say this. That was kind of a sassy devil.
Yeah.
Semi-sassy devil. I kind of like the sassy devil.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Nathan from Georgetown.
Hey,
So let's say I'm opening up an omelet restaurant,
Okay.
and I approach you two with the idea of the completely unnecessary omelet. What would be in that omelet? Which ingredients would you choose to represent your personalities?
Well, you know my favorite omelet. I've gone through it 20 times. Ian has. I forgot what your favorite one is, but
I love omelets. Bacon, avocado, and cheese is really good.
Starving.
Bacon, mushroom, and cheese is good. And the goat, the gyro omelet with gyro meat and feta.
Really?
Oh, it's good. I've had it a
Where have you
couple
gotten that?
places.
Where have you gotten it?
Sometimes they call it a Greek omelet.
Never saw that in Jersey.
Oh, it's delicious. It's
Never
fucking
saw that.
delicious.
I never saw that at Greek diners in Jersey. I don't think I ever have. That's not too greasy with the gyro meat.
No, it's amazing.
Is there like feta cheese in there?
Yeah, like I said, feta cheese. You can go one.
Fucking
You
starving.
can get one at the Old Town House.
Can I get one 24-hour diner here? Just one somewhere? Can I open one up? Frank's Diner? Open Frank with his face on. I always thought that putting Frank's logo on the top. People would come to that.
Couple more. I got to get a bagel in me now. I'm fucking starving.
Hey guys, it's Jackson from Baltimore and
Jackson!
the Two Consoles Too Late podcast. I think Ian could comment on this after working for Luna. I work for Goodwill Industries with donated game consoles, and I just ask, please do not wrap your wires with zip ties.
Oh, God.
Please just use rubber bands.
Why do people use zip ties? You can't undo
don't
it.
even use a rubber band. I hate
But
zip ties.
at least a rubber band will snap on its own, or you can get it off. A zip tie, you got to get in there with a fucking cutter to get it off. It's horrible.
One of my pet peeves, and Vonnie,
What are you
I love
doing?
you. Vonnie, I love you dearly.
Use a twist tie,
You're
even.
going to hear this, Vonnie, I'm sure. She loves using cord wraps and ties. I hate them. These little stringly, dangly little doodad bits
What,
that fucking...
the Velcro ones
Yeah,
that you wrap
hate them.
up?
Fucking hate them.
Oh, you
hate
hate those?
them. Hate them
Uh-oh.
so much.
Divorce incoming.
And then zip ties, I also hate too. It's just extra fucking shit. But this reusable zip tie nonsense...
Well, most of my zip ties I know aren't reusable. The ones
No, I mean
think
like the
of.
Velcro ones.
Oh,
I mean, yeah.
That's not a zip tie. Zip tie,
I know.
crank it,
I
and you
hate those
can't get
too.
it off.
I know. I hate those too.
You can't get in there. I've
Sorry.
seen one so tightly wrapped at the swap meet where like I looked at them like I can't get a scissor in there. I'd have to literally get a box cutter and saw through it.
My
Awful.
point is quite frankly that I hate ties on cords all the way around. Learn how to tie your cord as you wrap it.
Twist tie is fine if you're going to do that.
We don't need it.
Do like 2 or 3 more.
Unnecessary.
We haven't done a lot. We need to get a couple more in here.
Hey Pat, hey Ian, this is Max calling from Edison, New Jersey.
Jordan!
What are your favorite video game ports of all time? I grew up playing the Donkey Kong Country ports on the Game Boy Advance, so I would probably say those are my favorite. Thanks, guys.
One of my favorite all-time arcade game ports is City Connection for the NES. It's a really cute, fun version of it, and I enjoy it. And then, weirdly, we kind of talked about this in previous weeks. I never liked this in the past, but I've kind of grown fond of Atari 2600 Centipede in some weird way.
It's a good port.
I like it.
The Millipede port's really good too.
Yeah, it is. They're fun. They're absolutely fun. I know that the game plays better with a trackball, and that's always how I want to play it. But for a little time waster, throwing on some 2600 Centipede, or you're right, Millipede is good. It's good time.
I had a better appreciation for Millipede playing the arcade one. To me, it was at first too complicated, and I like the additions to Millipede. I think that I might like it better than Centipede. Give me more time. I like the stuff like hitting the little snail to decrease the speed of the Centipede coming down. There's a little additions I like.
I don't hate Millipede by any means. It's a good game, but I do think I enjoy the purity
DDT
of
thing?
Centipede.
The little
DDT, sure.
But there's just enough little upgrades like Miss Pac-Man where it's just
Bunch of new creatures.
Yeah,
It's a good game.
cute.
It's definitely a good game. I
You
think
don't
I
see
like
it as much as
Centipede.
Centipede in arcades usually for whatever.
No,
reason.
and when you do now, it's usually part of one of those Centipede Millipede double cabs.
Was Millipede less popular? Was it a conversion kit? It was probably both. I'm guessing it probably
I think
converted.
it was its own. I'm sure it was a conversion too.
Hey, Pat and Ian, it's Cody at Cody's Game Room on Instagram. And my question for you guys is this. With Elon Musk taking over Twitter, and who knows what's going to happen with it, will you be looking to switch your primary social media platform up, maybe going to use Instagram or Facebook more often, or maybe even revisiting an old platform, bringing back the MySpace or the LiveJournal?
Well, we'll see what happens with Twitter. The jury's still out on that. Hive Social, we'll see what happens to that over the next year. If people start posting on that more, if it develops, it might be a year or two. But at least that's in people's heads where this could be a thing.
I'm not in any hurry to go, just because I don't like social media enough as it is. I did create a Hive account at Pixel Sickle if anything ever happens. But I have an Instagram that I don't use.
Instagram to me isn't about communicating as much as just showing off your stuff.
Right, and social media to me, I want to be social. I don't want to just post pictures.
I post like a couple times a month at most on Instagram, or I'll just post a picture of me holding a game or something, and people enjoy it. It seems to be a totally different audience than Twitter. It's like totally different, and it's used in totally different ways. I see some people have 10, 20,000 followers on Instagram. And I'm like, what do they post? I'm just showing pictures of stuff, and I'm like, okay, interesting.
Hey, Pat and Ian. Sean from Youngstown, Ohio.
Youngstown.
It's the top of the 9th inning, and you are a closer for your favorite baseball team. What is the music you run out to?
Ooh. Crystal Meth, the trip like I do. I don't know.
The Benny Hill theme.
Hijinks ensue. And we're going to check in with someone that I got a surprise from someone here.
Hello, Pat and Ian. This is Karen. Since it was brought up, here's an explanation of my Maniac Mansion score. Is it still a 5-star game? I think so. For the book, we were supposed to avoid reviewing games on how they had, quote-unquote, aged, and in that sense, the controls aren't so bad. In 1990, a lot of people still didn't have GUI computers, and even my underfunded school had mostly Apple IIs. So back then, using a cursor with the controller would not have felt like such a huge problem, and the speed and acceleration of the cursor feels okay. Plus, the music is amazing. Although, Pat, if you change your mind and want me to rewrite the review, I'll happily do so. Thanks very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
She's right. The music is absolutely fucking fantastic.
Hey, good for you, Karen. Good for you. You don't take no shit from nobody. What's this world coming to?
I mean, there's definitely a way I can see it being a 5-star game.
That's why Karen's writing on the books. She knows her stuff.
I think she makes a good point.
It's like one of the only games of its type on the system, and it's done well.
And it's done well. I don't know that makes it a de facto 5, but it's done well.
But the pedigree of the game, like King's Quest 5 is not a 5-star game because the original game I don't think is a 5-star. The original game is, I don't think it sucks. It's above average. It's not as good as the other King's Quest. I'm not even a big King's Quest fan, but there's not a lot of those adventure games on the NES. There's like those two, and I'm struggling to think of a third one. God damn it! If there was a Space Quest on the NES, I would have had that. Like, why was there not Space Quest but King's Quest?
Sure.
Space Quest would have been a much better, would have sold more because the more the bigger comedy and the space theme. Anyway,